So there's the right way to pitch, and there's the way that most of us do it, and certainly most amateurs I see on the golf course do it. So we want to encourage you to do these particular things, this connection with the arm and body, to make you pitch more like the best players in the world as you go forward. Again, it's something that's not going to take too much energy or time. Conscious thoughts and awareness and a few little practice swings, and you'll be off on the right track. So what we tend to see with a lot of amateur golfers when they pitch the club is they'll have kind of a short backswing, a long follow through, and the arms very much will outrace the body, and you get this kind of finish position like here, like the arms go way past the torso, and the release of the club will be very normal. So what I'm looking to do with this video is get you to release the club with more loft on the club, and also get the arm, particularly the right elbow, working with the torso far more. In other words, we want the torso to rotate probably more than it is, and the arms to do less work than they are. But we want to basically feel like we're scooping the ball a little bit to increase that dynamic loft. Now, what stops that ball going stupidly high is that we strike the ball low in the face by making sure we kind of elevate as we go through. So we raise the radius of the club off that ground ever so slightly to make sure we strike in the correct location without taking a huge meaty divot. So the drill, the feel, would be to take your lead hand, put it just inside the seam of your t-shirt and grab hold of your t-shirt. Take your right hand on the club where you'd hold it normally, make a swing, and try and make sure your glove sits in front of that elbow. When we got used to the swinging action of that, then the next thing is basically get the right hand to feel like it's doing an underarm throw, so it scoops up, and see how that loft faces back towards my face. So we're looking for that body action with that club face action. Now this is pretty tough. You're going to hit some horrible shots, but what we're trying to do is get the body to work more like this. So stance wise, narrow, it's about 2 club head widths apart, the weight 60% on the lead foot. Standing, the correct distance away from the ball we would do normally, but if we're down the shaft, we're going to stand closer. So if we're holding in the normal place, the normal distance away from the ball. So from here now, just trying to feel, we start to get used to how that body and arm would work and that release works. And that shot there, pretty good. It probably was a fraction heavy and it ran a bit more than I wanted to, but I was pretty happy with the synchronization. I probably just needed to elevate that touch more through that hitting zone to get that contact absolutely perfect. Better contact. Pretty happy with how I hit that precision just one-handed, and I'm pulling my body with the other hand. So what we want to do is basically do that 4 or 5 times and then put that into a normal shot. And try and feel we're trying to finish with the elbow. And if you imagine if we had a pocket on our like gilet or jumper in that location, and ideally the shaft should point somewhere near back to that pocket or towards your belly button. So 2 hands on the club. Pretty happy with the strike and flight of that one. It definitely feels a little bit more body-led, depending on what you're used to. And again, that one there, hardly any bruising of the ground, and it's a slightly lower strike in the face. Exactly what I'm looking for. We're looking for these to launch lowish, spin moderate amount, but the spin is all dictated a little bit by the surface we play off, the surface we're landing on, the grooves we have, and the ball we have. So it's not just down to the pure technique. But the more loft we can add, and the more speed we can add then to go said distance, then obviously the more backspin we're in theory generating. If we strike it nice and low in the face, that gives us that low launch, and also the gear effect on the club will increase that backspin. But ultimately, this is not really about a backspin video. This is all about, can we synchronize your body and arms together to get the perfect consistent contact, to get your perfect and consistent flight and roll. So whether you spin it back or release it out, that doesn't matter. Give this drill a go, and I guarantee it'll improve your pitching.